Welcome to this step-by-step guide on how to implement materials with the API FEMAP API. So by the end of this tutorial, we'll see how to implement this kind of tools where you will be able to have a separate project and you have each project is its own material properties and create as many as you want. And later on you can see in different tutorials that I will do how to create load cases, load properties as well for each project. So for now, just let's start with the simple material creation. So for that, we're gonna need the API window. So we need to go to Tools, Programming, API Programming. Once we are here, this window appears, and we'll have already two lines there, which are the these two lines will connect whatever script you are running to the active model that it's active, the one that are active in the window. So for example, it's this one here now. So here it's on VB script, so you can see we declare the variable app as a model. So the app is a object model, object type model, and we set this this object to be a FEMAP model. So once we have this, we connected our script to the model that is shown in the screen. So now to create the material, we need to do the same thing. First we declare the object material, then we set the material to be the material that is shown in the screen. For that, we're gonna use the word dim to declare the variable mat. Sorry, all lower cap. So the mat as, and to define the material as an material object, we need to call it FEMAP dot mat. So here we have defined, we have declared our variable. Then we need to assign it to be the material object be connected to the one that is shown here. So exactly for this model, so for this we need to set it, set mat equal to app dot and FEMAT. FEMAT. So this is the one. So once we have this now, our material variable is already linked now to our model. So now we can start to assign the title, the material name, and all the properties for the model. So first thing is to call it to assign a title. We write mat.title. So as you can see here, the API window is really helpful because once you call a method or attribute, so attribute is a feature and the method is a function. So the features are shown as with this black icon, and the methods are with this cubic purple icon. So the feature is something that you're going to assign with, so something that it's a property, name or for example density or shear modulus or Young modulus. So all these are attributes of material. If we want to add something to the material or apply a function on this material, at that moment we're going to call a method. So I will just start with the features, so the attributes. So we're gonna assign the title to be mat title to be material underscore 1, let's call it this way, and then we're gonna assign the type then, and here you're gonna see, yes, okay. So here with the help we can see which different type of material we can assign. So let's start with isotropic. You just double click on it and it will show material number 1 is the type isotropic. So then you can define all the properties for isotropic. So what we need, for example, is the Young modulus. So when you are typing here, we have Young modulus. I'm gonna all list them, and then I will attribute the values to it. So Young modulus, we have nu, and we have the shear, so I'm just giving example. So basically is this way to define all the properties for the material you want. Let's say, for example, the temperature of reference, if you want to use expansion, thermal expansion, so temperature of reference. So here we're going to assign values. Let's say I have them here, equal to 29, 29, equal to 0.3, equal to 11.13. Density, I'll just copy paste it. And reference temperature, we have 0. So here what we did is we have defined all the features that we need. So if we run this code here now, you will see that there is no errors, but the material is not created. Why? Because here it's a little bit tricky, and most of the time, like a lot of people forget to assign an ID to this material. So basically FEMAP requires an ID for each material, an ID number. So to do this, we're gonna call a method called put. So mat.put, and here we're gonna assign ID. So it's our first material. We're gonna assign the ID number 1. So here, and now we're gonna run it, and now you see that the material has been created with the ID number 1, and this one you can change it with the right type and with all the values. So isotropic and all the values, and the other values, if you want to define them, is the same way. Just read the documentation, and to access them is always your variable dot, and you will see all the possibilities. So for another example, let's define another type of material. Let's define orthotropic 2D. So for this, we're gonna set a new variable. Basically, just you have two choices here. Either you're gonna declare a new variable called, for example, mat2 as a FEMAP mat. For example, here either you do this, and you call this number 1, and this number 1, or number 2, number 1, and then you start by the same way, mat1 dot title, and you start giving all the properties. Or what you can do is just remove this one, just leave the same name, because if you want to do copy paste is better. So usually what I do is I will remove this, I will copy paste here till I don't copy paste the mat, just the declaration of variable, only the setting. And from here I can modify this. So basically put the title number 2, put an ID number 2. This is the first thing I do, and then here you can choose to the orthotropic and define the other value. I have some value here. I'll just copy paste them for the example. So here, all these, and we assign this material to the ID number 2. Here it's essential to put this one. So basically what it will do is to reset the variable, because if you forget to put this line, it will overwrite it. It will overwrite what you created here, and it will in some case will create a bug. So just always don't forget to put here the set material equal to mat if you want to use the same variable. Otherwise, if you want to change the variable, don't forget to declare the variable by putting another name here and declare it as a FEMAP method. So now we're gonna run this code, and you will see here we have our first material and second material created with all the value, type to the orthotropic, ID number 2, and all the value with the thermal expansion that we defined. And all these values here, you can access them through the features of the variable of the object. Sorry. So once we define this one here, we can go now define the layup. So for the layup, you need material. So it's you need to do this in order. So let's now define the composite layer. So first, the same thing, we need to declare a variable called layup as FEMAP dot layup. And once we have done this, now you're gonna set is the same as material. Once you have done this, now you set this object layup to be linked to the model that is active now. For this, you set the layup equal to the app dot fee layup. So now we have our layup that is connected. Once we have this, now we can define all the properties the same as a material. Post title, we have the title. We have so let's define first the title equal to, let's call it layup 1. Sorry, layup 1. And now once we have the name of the layup, we can add the layers, the ply. So to add the ply is we need to call the method add ply. So this is this way, add ply, and open the bracket. So here with the help you can see what it's needed. So you need the material ID, the thickness, the angle, and the global reference. So the material ID, as that's why I mentioned, is really important. FEMAP works with the like the material ID with an ID, not with the name. So the ID we're gonna put, for example, to create the first ply is the number 1. Then for the thickness, let's put it at 1, and the angle at 0, and this one at 0 as well. Then we add another ply, just we copy here, copy paste. Let's say, let's put 3 plies. The second one we put the material number 2, thickness we can put 3, and sorry, and the angle we leave it at 0, and this one we put 1 thickness, let's say 4 millimeters, so just to distinguish, and we can put 45 degrees. Once we have this all defined, we don't forget that we need to put an ID for this layup. So layup dot put on the number, we put number 1, it's our first laminate. So here, and we run again this here, and you will see here that we have created one layup that is composed of 3 plies with the thickness, and you can see that here the order, if you want a certain order for your plies, so the first one that you're gonna put will be the last one, and basically add ply it will add on top of it. So just to mention this one, so in this way you can create, here you can have the thickness, the angle, the ID, the ply ID, and you have the ID of the layup, the full layup. So this is it for the creation of the material and the layup. Now to set this as shown here with the project and call them directly without opening always the API window, what you can do is, like for example now, let's put this one here. Okay, so here it's empty, so you should have it for your first time, you should have it like this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna save this in a folder. Let's say the folder is called demo. Let's call it demo number 3, and then inside we create 2 projects, project 1 and project 2. So we're gonna save this first one, let's call it material 1. Let's call it in the project 1, and we save another copy in project 2. Let's say if you create another material properties for another project in the similar way, we call it project. So now to have access to this directly from the here, what you do is you go to tools directory. From there you select your folder that you put the project in. So here for me it's this one, and then it's number 3. So I select this one, I open it. So here it will show all the folders and the .bas files. So here, for example, I created 2 folders, project 1 and project 2. Project 1 has its own material number 1, and project 2 has its own material number 2. So then next time when you have another, if you don't save the change, it's fine. No. So when you open a new file, a new model, you still have this, and you will still have, you can call it directly here, and it will show the materials here. And the same, in the similar way, if you open here, just to show it's completely empty, and we call project 2 material 2, it will be shown